Hey, greetings from the great room at Footwear. We're here to chat with David Wain, director of the new movie They Came Together, on Skype. It's our first one, Phil.
The Pedal Power Talk Show is a talk show on a bike, and you're watching it now.
You met all these state guys in college, over 20 years ago. Did you have any idea at that time that you'd have sort of such a long relationship with some of these people?
Well, I think at that age, you don't have any idea about anything coming up really too many years down the line. So I don't think I had any guesses as to where my life was headed, but I certainly know I did not predict that my college buddies and I would still be working together on a daily basis when we were in our mid-40s. No, I did not predict that, and I'm very surprised and grateful that that's worked out that way.
Yeah, and then along the way, you've sort of wrangled a bunch of other people in. Like, I don't know what number this is with Paul Rudd, but he's been in like almost everything you've made pretty much.
Well, as far as feature films, he's been in 5 for 5, and I would do another 5 in a second.
And do you remember the first time you met him?
I think he came to see the play we did, Sex, aka Wieners and Boobs, at the Here Theater on 6th Avenue in New York. I remember him just being like, that is really my cup of tea, which not everybody said. So we became friends.
And so the idea for They Came Together came to you and Michael Showalter shortly after you did Wet Hot American Summer.
We're trying to think of things to pitch to big studios, and it seemed like an obvious idea to do a spoof of romantic comedies. We didn't think it would take 10 years to do it. But
And so what took so long?
Really, it was just a thing where the studio didn't want to do it, and then we tried to make it independently, and there were a lot of almost close calls along the way, and then we just gave up for a little while, but then staged a little reading of it at a comedy festival in California in January of 2012, and Amy Poehler and Paul Rudd were part of it, and afterwards they said, hey, let's make this movie, and so submitted it to a studio to do it at a very low budget, and we finally got it made.
And because you hang out with these people a lot also, like these are your friends, is there like a difference between, your friend David and your director David?
I always think about when we were shooting the Stella TV show on Comedy Central. I was a younger guy at the time, and I had to sort of assert a certain real authority among these crew people who were older than me and had been around the block a lot more than me. So I was very serious and very directed. And then in the next moment, I would say action and then act like a real dumb idiot on screen as an actor. So it was kind of contrast.
We're nearly done, unfortunately, but now on this show we have a new thing called the Ask-O-Matic.
When I was here last time, we didn't have this.
Yeah, this is new. So
all right.
We turn the crank, the bell rings, and there we go. Question comes out. If you could have any animal skill, what would it be and how would you use it?
I would have the skill of an ant to carry many times my own body weight, and I would use it to parallel park more easily.
Oh man, that's a great answer. It's almost like you were prepared for this one.
I just was thinking about it when you asked me.
Thanks, David.
If nothing else, let's talk again in another 11 years.
Okay, deal. Now click right here on this mug of hot Stephen Smith tea to subscribe to our channel. That way you won't miss an episode of the Pedal Power Talk Show. Or click on this cold Stephen Smith iced tea to watch our interview with Ed Begley Jr. Go ahead, just click on one of them. Oh man, it's really delicious. I want to take another sip, but I'm not going to right now, so it's easy for you to click on it. You're welcome.